Kelly here from River Mountain Homestead. As you guys can see, we made it home after a fun weekend. We got to do lots of things and see lots of people. So yeah, we had a great weekend, and it was just a good opportunity to get away from the homestead and just have a little fun. But now that we're back, we thought we'd bring you guys along and see you know, how the garden did while we were gone, and just some of the things that we got going on around here. So all right, let's go in here and see what we got going on. We got some broccoli, and like I said in a couple videos ago, we just weren't sure if this broccoli was even going to make it, because it was looking pretty sad in the cups. But it looks like we're going to have some of it make it, so I'm pretty glad about that. Our tomatoes seem to be doing well. We had several get broke, we think, by the wind the first day that we put them in. So we haven't had a chance to replace those just yet. If we're going to, I'm not real sure, because we look like we have several that are thriving. So we probably won't. We'll probably just leave what we've got in the ground and let them go, and then just not even worry about refilling the other ones. Over here we've got potatoes coming up. Maybe, no. Potatoes, nope, this is still green beans and corn over here. We've got, I think we ended up with like 6 rows of corn and green beans. So we've got several of those coming up, all looking good. This is still corn. Here's our potatoes. So these are our potato mounds, and we do have a few little plants coming up there, so that's awesome. One coming up here. This one seems to be doing really well. Somewhere over here we switch to squash. Got some squash in here. Got those plants coming up. Those are looking good. Several of those. And on the outside, he put cucumbers for me that are going to line the fence. So I'm excited about that. Well, it wasn't the best garden spot this year. It was a lot of hard work just to get it to the point that we're at, and as you can see, we still have a lot of roots and branches, or not branches, but roots and sticks, and of course rocks everywhere. But as the years go by, we'll get all this worked out, and it will be a really nice garden one of these years. But right now, as long as it gives us some food, we're going to be happy with it. So here is my potato plants that I planted in the pot up in front of the house, and it is doing great. As you can see, good healthy plants, so I'm pretty excited about that. Then over here I had, if you remember, my tomato plant, and then around it I had some marigolds, which you can see I have one right there, and it didn't make it one day before something got it. So I do have a couple more tomato plants that I can plant, so I'm probably going to do that today, get that in there, and just hope that nothing comes back and eats it too. But we'll see, they probably will. Here is my one lavender plant out of I don't know how many I planted that actually came up and is doing quite well. So I'm excited to see where this goes. Not sure what I'm going to do with it quite yet, but just excited that I was able to grow it. And then these over here are looking kind of sad. So while we were gone, it didn't get much water, but those are probably gone. But these, I'm going to see what they do. And then I have this one little lonely tomato plant there that I think I'm going to move over to this pot. So we shall see. Kevin is working on getting our elderberry cuttings planted today. He's got one right here, and then we've got another one over here, and then he's got a couple that he's putting in the garden right now. So pretty excited about this. These are clippings that we got from our old house, and we brought them down here. We put them in water and they just took off. We also put some in soil outside, and those never done anything. So we feel like that the water in the jar was the best way to do it. So here they are. Here's some bulbs that I got from my mother-in-law's yard that I am letting dry out. These here are daffodils, and then I have a few iris bulbs. I'm not sure what color they are. I'm thinking they're like either a purple or maroon. I can't remember what she said. But I got these several weeks ago and finally got them cut down to just the bulbs, and I'm going to dry them out and then get them ready for planting for next year. Got another elderberry going in right here, and where'd you put the other one? Oh, and then one over there. This area right here has a lot of rocks in it. This is the corner of the garden, and we plan on eventually getting this. We're going to do our herbs in here, and then we've got a picnic table that we're going to move down in here and put in this area, so we've kind of got a table area and a place to sit and such when we're in the garden on this end, and we can put vegetables and stuff up on the table. So we just thought that this little corner spot would be perfect for that in the garden, so that way the bigger dogs couldn't get to it, and we would just kind of have a little space here. So as many rocks as there is, we really have to get creative with some of the spaces that we have. So
you don't get to plant where you want to, you get to plant where you can.
That's right. You don't get to plant where you want to, you get to plant where you can. It's just like this row of tomatoes. We're going along, beautiful tomatoes, and boom, a giant rock. There was no planting in that rock, so we had to skip. And well, these few right here that you don't see are the ones that didn't make it, that got wind damage. And then there's this one little lonely guy by himself. So yeah, we just kind of had to work around the terrain that we had, and you know, hopefully in the years it'll get better, but there you go. Alright guys, the day is coming to an end, and we have taken our first shower in our outdoor shower that Kevin built us. This is probably one of our favorite things on the homestead. After working all day outside in the heat, it is going to be so nice to come and take a cool shower outside. And the good thing about it is we have no neighbors, so we're able to do that. So guys, I hope you enjoyed our update today on the garden and all the things that we have going on around here. We're going to get back in the swing of things this week because we'll be leaving in a couple weeks for Alaska. So I hope you guys have enjoyed, and we will see you guys tomorrow.